this is the United States of America. We have our freedoms. Our soldiers have died that we may be free, and we certainly should have the freedom to express ourselves. And if our government is become territorial, we have a right to recall a government. And as far as it goes, if I say anything like that, matter of fact, I don't know whether this my phone will cut off on me because they're monitoring me that tough.
Well, that's the NSA listening on us. That's okay. We've been cut off before, so we call you right back. No problem there. So anyway, what we're reporting is what's happening right now into America is these people are Islamic jihadists, fascists, extreme fascists, Muslim terrorists. That's what these people are. You cannot say those words on Fox News, and believe me, we can do it here. Because why? All lives matter. We care. This is what we... And did you know the military Bible? I have one, United States Army Bible, by the way. In God We Trust. That was 10 years ago. Now they can't even have that in God We Trust anymore in the Bible.
And they wanted out the money. I can't see how we have churches on almost every corner, and Bible institutions all across the state. How will so many Christians and faith believers could sit back and allow this to happen?
Right. I know it. And you got Obamacare. Here's the thing. You got Obamacare. You got Trump care, and you got Hillary care. I mean, you pick the worst three of the worst one. You don't know. You telling me?
Wow, I can tell you this. They're taking it to hell in a handbasket.
Yep.
Yep,
I know, and like I said, you have a brother who had Lou Gehrig's disease, and I want to ask you that question. What is it like having someone going through that, and also what's the word for inspiration? You can help inspire others for people going through what you've been through personally.
Personally, and I can tell you from all of the research and things that I've done, I wish that I had more encouraging words, but what I found was that the doctor who discovered it, Dr. Alzheimer's, that was his name, and he also had found the cure, and you know what? They wouldn't let that out. As a matter of fact, every doctor or scientist that came across any of his studies and tried to release it was in some way killed. Right. So it looks like to me that it's something evil. One, and is it the pharmaceuticals? Is it or is it just plain evil? But and my brother, he was 55, and and they kept it away from me because I almost died myself in June, and they didn't want me to worry.
Oh, wow.
And they thought that he would get past it, but I did go see him, and it just robs you of everything just goes away pretty quickly. I mean, the last thing to go is your thoughts. You won't be able. You can't talk, but you can still think. So I mean, it's really such a debilitating disease, and that's the first family member that actually died from Lou Gehrig. So. But I know so many people have, and my heart, just goes out because when I post the things like that, so many people talk about, how they have gone through similar or some of the same things, and even if it's Alzheimer's, Parkinson, or ALS or whatever, it's still some form of debility. I'm getting tongue-tied.
Right.
But it takes away your ability to use your arms, your legs, and then your voice. And it's really a sad thing to see. And I'm the oldest of 5 children, and I'm just seeing things just. I don't know. I'm glad to see he had turned his life around, and he was a priest, studying to be a priest or whatever. But it's really hard to see that a young brother do that. My brother is much younger than I am.
But you're still here, and I appreciate your sharing your story with us, because it needs to be talked about. People, there's people who are going through illness. It doesn't matter if it's alcohol or drugs or whatever else. People need to understand that God is there to help you. He's there to love you. He can get you through anything you want to get through. That's the thing. That's the cool part about having Jesus in your life. And believe me, Ted Cruz is the only man of faith who actually understands what families are going through. He's been there himself. He's been through many traumatic situations. Look at. He went. We lost this past week. This past year, we lost a great Supreme Court justice. Justice Scalia. Ted Cruz knew the guy. He worked with him for 15 years. So and a lot of people don't know that. He worked with Scalia on the law of the Constitution. He's a constitutionalist lawyer. That's what Ted Cruz is. That's where his background is. Being a constitutionalist lawyer, defending the constitutional rights under the Constitution. That means the Bill of Rights, the Second Amendment, the freedom of press, freedom of speech, and now the press is forcing us who we want to vote for, who we want to have for a candidate. That's what the press is doing now. They're trying to give us Trumpy and Hillary, and they get the worst two evils. Which one? They're both liberal. They're not conservative, and that's exactly what Mitt Romney said. And now Nick Gingrich's coming on board. You see Laura Ingraham coming towards us. And did you see C-SPAN yesterday? Lily Tang Lily Tang Williams. She was on C-SPAN. We had her on 2 years ago. She's running for Senate. And she went to the hearing of the Libertarian Party of having their voice be heard about the new candidates that are coming up, and she supports Ted Cruz. Everybody like Joe Kaufman and Joe Kaufman, and this is in Florida. This is in Florida. Okay, this is in Fort Lauderdale. Okay. He endorsed Ted Cruz. I'm not Ted Cruz. He endorsed Donald Trump, and he lost. All the candidates who have endorsed Donald Trump have lost the primary so far. All the ones that have endorsed Ted Cruz, they're winning right now. Lily Tang Williams is winning her election, and she is running against a Democrat who's been there in Colorado for over 15 years. And you have Condoleezza Rice has also endorsed Ted Cruz. She's running against Bob Boxer. And Donald Trump said, someone asked Donald Trump, are you in the audience, are you going to have Condoleezza Rice as a VP, as a vice president, or Newt Gingrich? Condoleezza Rice she's got a bout on her hands fighting with Bob Boxer. It's too important for her to drop out of this race and get rid of this Democrat who's been there for over 20 years now, over 25 years. Bob Boxer. We gotta get rid of this person. We gotta get rid of this. We gotta get a fresh perspective on what we need to do to take back this country, win back our freedom, because we're seeing destroyed. You're seeing a great example of this. ISIS. You have these terrorist cells here in America, undocumented, and they're making more chaos, more havoc. And we were right about that. We were right when we said more terrorist attacks would probably happen this year. Remember, you and I said this, and sure enough, look what happened today. It's like, this is why Mark Furman was on my network today. He said, I did everything correctly, and this is what you're seeing now. This is what's happening in society.
Yes, and it's being billed as one of the worst mass shootings. You know?
Yeah, I know. I don't like violence. I'm not here to support violence. All I'm doing is saying that we have terrorist cells in here. We got to get rid of them, annihilate them, throw them back in the Stone Age. That's what we need to do. Get them out of this country. Get rid of all these illegals who are here illegally, undocumented. Get rid of them. Throw them back home. Take them back to Mexico or back to Syria or Afghanistan. Throw them back there. Let's get rid of them. We don't need them here.